was happening, what it do. So I just wanted to come through, man, and give a preview. Cowboys 49ers. So Cowboys, man, they're a talented team. They're a good team. I think this game is gonna be a barn burner. You know, we all seen the numbers, heard the numbers. Number one scoring offense, number one as far as yards. Defensively, they're an aggressive, opportunistic defense. You know, they want to get after the quarterback, speed up his clock, and get turnovers on the back end. So they're a formidable opponent, and they're gonna be at home. They're gonna be super pumped for this game. You know, they've been hearing all week how physical the 49ers is, how the 49ers is the team nobody wants to see. So I know that team is going to be pumped and ready to go, and looking to make a point. So they're gonna be ultra aggressive. But how do the Cowboys win this game against San Francisco? Number one, stop the run. And people talk about it and they make it like, the 49ers is going to rush for 190 yards, 200 yards on Dallas. I don't think that's going to happen. But Dallas has to take away the run enough. Excuse me. They have to take away the run enough to where San Francisco was always looking at, second and 10, second and 11, second and 9, second and 8. It's always going to have to be, long yardage, which is, going to force the 49ers to have to drop back and pass, where they can now call blitzes. They can now, unleash their pass rush and break on anything short, on anything underneath to create those turnovers. So number one is going to be to stop the run. Number two is win a turnover battle. The more turnovers that they create, the more turnovers that they get, is better. The better chances that they're going to be able to beat San Francisco. So they're going to have to win a turnover battle. Number three, establish a run. I said this earlier this year on our podcast. We do a podcast every Sunday. Family Affair Sports Talk on YouTube. That Dallas isn't a team that can, successfully drop back Dak Prescott 40, 45, 50 times a game, have him throwing the ball that much and be able to win, particularly against good teams, because, it puts him and that offense in a bad situation. It's more opportunities for Dak to get sacked, for them to force him to fumble, for him to throw interceptions. So the thing that Dallas is going to need to do is establish a running game. It don't have to be dynamic. It don't have to be amazing, but they going to have to establish some type of running game that's going to force San Francisco to play them honest on the defensive side. So those are the ways that Dallas is going to win a football game, and they'll probably be able to win it without having to worry about decisions from Mike McCarthy in a close game. That's how they can win. How does San Francisco win the game against Dallas? Number one, control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. Offensively, They're gonna need to be able to create running lanes for the running game for San Francisco. Like I said, if Dallas can get them in second and long, from them running it on first down, and San Francisco gonna need to change it up. Dallas likes to put Van Der Esch out on the field on running downs. First down, they want to put Van Der Esch out there to help stop the run. And then after that, they'll bring in, a 3 safety look. I can't remember the safety from Atlanta that's now in Dallas, but they'll bring him in to kind of prepare for, the passing game. So San Francisco going to have to mix it up, pass on first downs, run some play action, and attack Van Der Esch, in pass coverage. Force him to drop back, force him to cover somebody, and attack him in the passing game. And then when they bring that safety in, expecting a pass, they need to run at him, get a guard on him, get a tackle on him, get Kittle on him, and run the ball at them and try and pick up yards. But yeah, so they need to dominate and open up some lanes for the rushing attack. Get in second and medium, get in second and short. You know what I'm saying? Third and short. That's the type of thing they need to do offensively. And defensively, they need to bottle up the run all day long, stop the run, and get at Dak. You don't necessarily got to sack Dak 5-6 times, but if you can make him uncomfortable, if you can bother him, if you can knock him down, force him to move and reset and try and throw the ball, that's gonna be the way that's gonna help them win. Dominate the trenches. Number 2, win the turnover battle. San Francisco we need a clean game. Jimmy ain't gonna be able to throw 2 interceptions on the road against Dallas and us still win the game. Ain't gonna be able to do it. So Jimmy needs to have a clean game. I feel like San Francisco has a better defense than Dallas's. So San Francisco Jimmy shouldn't or cannot try and feel the pressure of having to score or make a play every time we got the ball. If he finna get sacked, don't still throw the ball to where his arm get hit, his ball isn't accurate or something like that because he's trying to get it out right before he get hit. Go on and take the sack, cover up the ball, let's punt it, let's get our defense out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't foresee Dallas, over and over and over again being able to drive the length of the field on my defense to score touchdowns. I don't see it. So we need to have a clean game while at the same time, like I said with Dak, bother him, get after him, sack him, hit him, make him reset, and Dak will throw an interception. He will throw the ball in coverage. We just have to capitalize on those opportunities. Like, people talk about Jimmy like he's a turnover machine, but Jimmy had 12 interceptions, Dak had 10. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like, Dak is Aaron Rodgers who only throwing 3-4 interceptions a year. You know what I'm saying? He had double-digit interceptions too. And that's with the teams that he faced in the NFC East. So we're in a turnover battle. That's another thing that's going to help as far as winning the football game. And the last thing is situational football. Being able to execute third and shorts, you know what I'm saying? Getting off the field on third downs, red zone. Dallas ain't a horrible team in the red zone, but they have had their struggles in the red zone. So if you can force, situational football, force Dallas to field goals instead of touchdowns, you can get off the field on third downs, you can keep drives going on third downs, That's how you gonna win. Bonus put the game in the hands ultimately of the head coaches. Like, let's see who is gonna stay poised, who's not gonna make a bonehead decision, of running a fake punt, a fake field goal, blowing their timeouts, that type of thing. Something that'll cost the team a game. I believe in a pressure situation that Mike McCarthy is gonna panic, that he's gonna make a bad decision, and I don't think that Kyle will. So if San Francisco can do all those things and put the pressure on Mike McCarthy to feel like he gotta do something different, he gotta do something special in order for them to pull off the win, that'll put the nail in the coffin for San Francisco to win. But yeah, man, that's my quick preview. I know Dallas is tired of hearing, like I said, everything that the media has been saying. So that's another thing that I'm watching. I'm gonna be looking out for. Is Dallas, specifically on defense, are they gonna be trying to prove a point early in the game? That they are just as physical, if not more physical, than my squad. And will that lead to somebody, some of them going over the top, hitting, after the whistle, roughing the passer, unnecessary roughness, right? Will it result in some negative plays for Dallas? Dallas is also one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. So are they going to be able to play a clean game as penalties go? Same thing with San Francisco. That I think that could possibly play a role also. Who's going to create the least amount of self-inflicted wounds? Pass interference penalties, roughing the passer, those type of things where, false starts and holding. Like, whoever is able to shoot themselves in the foot the least is going to go a long way in determining the winner. So. But again, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm a 70s baby. Most of my family is Cowboy fans. So this rivalry goes back a long way for me, and I'm ready to get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have this rivalry back. I'm glad we seeing each other in the playoffs again. And so I can't wait. Now ain't none of my family invited to my house during this game, but I'm ready to get to it, man, and see how this game turns out. Because I think this is going to be the best game of the weekend. And hopefully, man, this will lead to many more matchups between Dallas and San Fran. But yeah, man, make sure y'all check us out. We're going to have our pod on Monday after the Rams and the Cardinals game. We're going to get together and recap the weekend's games and everything. So, make sure y'all rock out with us, come this weekend. Tell your friends about me.